Hello, my name is Sayyam Bardia. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to teach you. I teach you chemistry, biology and mathematics. I teach from class 9th and onwards. Today I am going to teach you about cell membrane and what is the structure of cell. So let's start with the structure of cell. So the topic for today is structure of cell. Okay. So we are studying the structure of a eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell. Okay. So let's start with the structure. The eukaryotic cell, in every eukaryotic cell, there is an outer membrane called the cell membrane. It is the outer layer to any cell. So it is cell membrane. Okay. Cell membrane allows movement of substances. Movement of substances. Now, inside in plant cells and some algae, there is an outer layer to the cell membrane called as the cell wall. So, cell wall is an outer membrane, outer wall-like structure made up of cellulose, chitin, or some substances. Outer the cell membrane, it is called cell wall. Present in plants, fungi, algae. Okay. Now, inside the cell membrane, where all the organelles are present in floating state, it is a semi-fluid structure called as cytoplasm. So cytoplasm has every organelle. So all organelles are present. Okay. Now, as we have our brain to guide us what we have to do, so the cell has a brain called as its nucleus. In animal cell, the nucleus is centrally located, but in the plant cell, it is at the corner, but it is not at the center in plant cell. It is called as the nucleus. Nucleus is like the brain of the cell. So let's revise the structure of cell. We have the cell membrane, outer covering of the cell. Then we have the cell wall. It is in plants, fungi and some algae. It is outer to cell membrane. Then inside there is a cytoplasm present beyond the cell membrane. It has all the organelles floating in it. It is a semi-fluid like structure. Then we have the nucleus. It is the brain of the cell. It has the genetic material, that is the DNA, which has the genetic information. Okay, so this was the structure of cell. Now these are the basic structure of cell. We have gone under the cytoplasmic organelles, which will be more in detail in the later part of chapters. So let's start with the first topic, that is the cell membrane. Okay. So the first topic is cell membrane. In this video, we'll only learn about the structure and function of cell membrane. So cell membrane structure का मॉडल जो है सेल मेम्ब्रेन का स्ट्रक्चर, we are learning about structure of cell membrane is mainly given by the fluid mosaic model. This model was given by Single and Nicholson. Single and Nicholson. Okay, this model had two features. So what were the two features? First, lipid bilayer. Okay, For a fluid structure, there should be a lipid bilayer with, I'll tell about the structure later on. And second, membranal proteins. Okay, so two things for the fluid mosaic model, the lipid bilayer and the membranal proteins. Now, how is this lipid bilayer? So, bilayer, there are two layers of lipids. What are lipids? The phosphoglycerides with the fatty acids. So, lipid bilayer is in this way. This is our lipid molecules. Bilayer बोला है तो two layers of lipids. Okay. The tail-like structure are the fatty acids and the head-like structure are the phosphoglycerides. So I'll draw here in enlarged shape a head and two tail-like structure. So the head is phosphoglycerides and the tail is the fatty acid chain. The heads of the lipid bilayer is called hydrophilic. Now what is hydrophilic? Hydro means water and philia is love. So the head are water loving or hydrophilic, and the fatty acid chain will be opposite of that. It is loving, it is hating. So water hating, or we call it as hydrophobic. So the hydrophilic part, the hydrophilic heads are at the in entry point and exit point. The middle part is made up of fatty acid chains which are water hating or hydrophobic. In these layers there are these proteins called as membranal proteins. This is the extrinsic proteins which connect both exit and in of the cell. These are these membranal proteins which help in transfer of water soluble solvents like Na+, K+, and everything else. So these are responsible for water loving, because if the Na+ molecule, see this is the Na+ molecule here, and it wants to go from this side, it cannot go. This is hydrophilic, so it will cross this hydrophilic head. But these layer is the hydrophobic part which cannot let them pass through. That's why there are some extrinsic proteins, the membranal proteins help in transfer of the water soluble solvents. Okay, so this was the structure called the fluid mosaic model given by Singer and Nicholson. It had two features, a lipid bilayer and membranal proteins. The lipid bilayer had the structure, the head was made up of phosphoglycerides and the tail was made up of fatty acid chain. The phosphoglycerides or the head was hydrophilic or water loving, and the fatty acid chain is water hating or hydrophobic. There were some membranal proteins which help in water soluble solvents to pass through, like Na+, K+, I- and everything else. Okay, so this was the structure fluid mosaic model. Now we'll learn about the function of the cell membrane. Now the function of cell membrane. For learning the function, we learn a new term called as semi-permeability or selective permeability. Okay, what does this statement mean is semi-permeable, permitting, semi permitting the substances in or out the cell membrane. Or what is selectively permeability? Only certain substances are allowed to pass through. Now why I wrote only certain? Because only some substances are allowed to pass through the semi-permeable membrane or the cell membrane. The cell membrane also has one name called as plasma membrane. So in exams, the most important question from this chapter is, why is cell membrane or the plasma membrane called as a selectively permeable membrane? What will you write in this answer? Plasma membrane or the cell membrane is called as selectively permeable membrane because only certain substances are allowed to pass through the membrane. Okay, so this would be your answer for the question, why is cell membrane called as selectively permeable membrane? So for transport, now there are several processes, different processes for transfer of substances like water, oxygen, carbon dioxide through this semi-permeable membrane. We learn three types of processes, which are three processes. First is diffusion, second is osmosis, and third is active transport. So let's learn these three processes in the next video. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel and what I am doing, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications. If you have any doubt regarding this chapter I am teaching or the concept I am teaching, please comment down, and I have linked the notes in the description box, so please go through it and come to the next lecture. Thank you.